So let us have a look at the numerical types in Python. So in Python there are basically three distinct numeric types, which are integers, floating point numbers, and complex numbers. Integers are nothing but numbers without any decimal point. So for example, the numbers such as 1 or 2 or 100, or maybe negative numbers also -3, or or also -300. So these kind of numbers which don't have a decimal point, they are actually integers. So let us there's a built-in function in Python called type, which basically tells us what is the type of a given value. So if I pass a number, it should return int, which is nothing but the integer. So let's try another one. Type of minus 30, which should also be an integer. So the floating point numbers are numbers which have a decimal point or a decimal part as well. So for example, the numbers such as 1.2 or maybe 4.5, 4.56 or something like that, or even negative numbers -0.23. So these kind of numbers which also have a decimal part, they are called as floating point numbers. So let's see a type of a number, let's call it, let's declare -2.67. so it is a floating point number. And the final one is the complex numbers. The complex numbers have both real and imaginary parts. So for example, a number such as 2 plus 3j, so this is a complex number. And a number such as 5 minus 2j, this is also a complex number. So let us write one example. So I'll say type of, I'll write 1 plus 3j. So it is a complex type number. So now let us try declaring some numbers and perform some basic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, as well as division. So let's declare a number a equal to 5 and b equal to 10. So let us add these two numbers. So c equal to a plus b. So what do you think the answer is? It is 5 plus 10, which is equal to 15. So let us simply print the output c. So you can simply write c instead of writing print. You can simply type c. It will also print. So if you want to print, the value will be equal to 15. So let us try subtraction. C equal to 5 minus 10. So the answer will be equal to -5. So if we print the value of c, it is equal to -5. So now let's check the multiplication as well. So c equal to 5 multiplied by 3, which should be equal to 15. And for division, we have 3 types of operators. So if you want just the quotient, so for example, let me So let me try to demonstrate this example. For example, if I want to divide these two numbers, 5 divided by 2, right? So if you want the quotient, so what is the quotient? If you want to divide this number 5 divided by 2, so it is 2 to the 4, right? So it divides by 2, and the quotient is 2, and the remainder is equal to 1. So if you want just this quotient, so you can make use of double slash. Okay, so I'll write C equal to 5 double forward slash 2. So the answer that you get is 2. So the next part, if you want to get the remainder, so this is the remainder part. If you want this part, so you can make use of the modulus operator. So it is C equal to 5 modulus 2. So you'll get 1. And most of the time you want both. You want a number, a floating point number, right? If you want a floating point number after the division, so what I'm trying to say is, if you're dividing 5 by 2, the answer actually will be in floating point number, it should be represented as 2.5, right? So if you want this number, this 2.5, you can basically write C is equal to 5 simply 1 forward slash divided by 2. So you will get 2.5, which is a floating point number. We also have an exponential operator. So what is an exponential function do, right? So let me try to give one example of what exponential is. So for example, if you want to find the power of 2 to the power of 3, right? Sorry. So if you want to find 2 to the power of 3, something like that. So what will be the value? It should be 2 into 2 into 2, right? Which is equal to 8. So 2 to the power of 3 is nothing but 3 times multiplying the same number 2. So the value, the answer in this case will be equal to 8. So if you want to do this kind of operations, you have something called, you have to write 2 stars. So if you write 2 and followed by 2 stars and the power that you want to raise it with. So if you have 2 to the power of 3, if you want to find 2 to the power of 3, you should give 2 stars after 2. Okay, so if I execute this, you'll get 8.